Here we go. We've got a walkthrough on a 2023 King Ranch F250 Tremor. So here is the 2023 F250 King Ranch Tremor. The Tremor package comes with 35-inch tires. This truck has the chrome package. Chrome package means that it has the chrome tips, chrome bumpers. King Ranch interior comes with skid plates, comes with high output diesel. I believe that's a requirement on the Tremor, is you've got to have the high output 6.7 liter. Comes with a little bit higher suspension, different blocks in the back that are a little bit higher for clearance. So think about it as more of an off-road, four-wheel drive edition. And then this is a monochromatic King Ranch. King Ranch comes two-tone. This one was special ordered one-tone. Now to get one of these, you had to have special ordered it, which means that a long time ago, you would have had to put in an order for it. Or the most common way is somebody ordered it, came in and they didn't get it. A lot of this has to do with interest rates being too high. They just never guessed that a payment would be that high, and so they back out. You do have some dealers that have ordered them and you can buy those, but these don't last long. King Ranches in the upper trim packages are the harder ones to find right now. Easier to find Lariats, XLTs, and XLs. These are difficult. Let's take a look at the interior. This one does have the automatic steps. So you've got the saddle leather King Ranch edition. This one does have the heads-up display on the windshield, the lane departure. It's got kind of a version of Super Cruise. It's a little bit different than the Escalade, where you've got to have some type of resistance on the steering wheel, but it tries to drive for you when you're in cruise or adaptive cruise. Got the twin panel roof. I've put all weather mats in it already. Look at this King Ranch interior. They put King Ranch everywhere. This is the ranch house on the King Ranch. We got the cool King Ranch logo on the steering wheel. Got some pretty cool details in this truck. Gonna do a couple things to this one, so we'll have a little bit of a project. I'm gonna put a 2.5-inch Ready Lift level kit on the front. As you can tell, the front sits down a little bit lower than the rear. I'm gonna take the front up 2.5 inches, and I'm gonna take off the 35-inch tires. And I'm gonna put 20-inch wheels with 37-inch tires to get a better clearance. To get a better clearance to clear 37s, I'll put the 2.5-inch level kit on it, so it's gonna give it a little bit higher stance. I'm gonna gain a 2.5 inches on the front height, and then the entire truck is going to come up 1 inch because of the tires. I'm going from a 35 to a 37 to get half of that in height. As soon as I get this done, it's going into the shop tomorrow. As soon as I get this done, we'll do another walkthrough. I'll show you how it turned out. So here she is. Let me walk you through this. This is a 2023 F250. This is a Tremor. It's got a bigger block than the regular ones. So what I did on this one was I did a 2.5-inch Ready Lift spacer level kit. It's the puck here. Did not change my suspension out, but I raised the front up 2.5 inches. This gave it a perfect level look. I went with a 20-inch wheel. The reason I went with a 20-inch wheel was I wanted a little bit more tire wall. Bigger tire usually means a little bit more off-road, gives you a little bit more cushion. Just was the look that I was looking for. There is the Ready Lift. It's a 2.5-inch suspension spacer. So it did not change my ride quality. It just lifted the front up 2.5 inches. Went with the 37-inch tire. Went with Toyo Open Country RTs. I like to fill up my fender wells. So you can see if I went with the 35, I would have more space there. I like 37, that's important to me. I like the truck to look stock, but just to have a little bit more oomph. I have zero rubbing when I turn, when I back up, when I hit a bump. There's no rubbing on this truck whatsoever. I think it turned out really good. So you've got the chrome accents, you've got the chrome bumpers, you have the chrome handles, you have the chrome along the windows and the tips. It turned out well. If I go with a negative offset, negative 12, negative 19, negative 44, negative 20, the higher the negative, the more that wheel will stick out past the fenders. So you can see this one sticks out just perfect. Negative 44 would come out, negative 12, and this is a 0 offset. It also lets me get away with a bigger tire. So if I went with a negative 12 offset, I'm more likely to rub when I take turns. Went with a 0 offset American Force wheel. You had to special order these, so it took about a month to have them made. They're just hard to get your hands on. And the truck itself is hard to get your hands on. A couple ways of doing that. You pretty much have to call dealers. You either have to special order it a year in advance, or you've got to call dealers and wait for somebody that did special order it to back out. And you want to be first on that line if they back out. So I call up dealerships and say, hey, if somebody backs out of a King Ranch, let me know, because I'll take it. And that happens more than you think because of interest rates going up, or Ford goes up on the prices, or dealers try to mark them up after they come in. The F250 is in high demand right now because a lot of your big time Ford dealerships are only getting 40 when they used to get 100, 200, whatever it was. So to get the upper trim levels, King Ranches, Platinums, Limiteds, is a little bit harder to do. The only thing I have left to do on this truck is I'm gonna do a clear bra protective film on the entire front. I spend a lot of time on a ranch, on a dirt road, meet other ranchers on that dirt road, and I don't wanna get rock chip marks on the front. I wanna protect it. So I'm gonna do a clear film on the entire front. So that'll be the hood, the front, and the mirrors. And especially with an offset like this, little rocks can get caught in those tires, they kick up, and they'll chew your mirrors up. So I'm gonna protect that with a protective film. And the front fenders will be protected as well. You'll see a lot of rock chips happen here, and a lot of rock chips happen here. Other than that, I think this truck turned out well. Really happy the way it turned out. Let me know if you've got questions.